What's up, guys? Once again, it is mp4podcast.com, bringing you guys some of the most interesting video game news that you guys really do need to know about. Now, it's just over at Xbox's YouTube page. I just watched the somewhat of a mini series of Ryse, Son of Rome. It's kind of like a small little teaser to the fall TV series, which is coming to Xbox One exclusively in the fall. Now, when I watched it, for the most part, it was okay. You know, I'm not going to say it was great or bad. Other people, I guess, really liked it from what I read in the comments. I'm guessing some of those people have actually played the game. So I am a little bit lost in the story. I don't really know the characters. But the last character, and you see this Roman soldier, he's pretty young. I'm guessing he's the character in the video game. Now, Ryse, Son of Rome is based on a true story. And true stories have always, for the most part, have always been really good. I always liked watching documentaries, watching stories about the Greeks, the Romans, the British, cowboy stories that are true, and so on. And those stories are always interesting because when you have real life people that make a difference in the world, they usually have done something so extraordinary that they have a story that you need to know about or you have to watch. And 99% of the time when you watch one of these amazing stories of real life people, you walk out of the movie theater or after reading a book, and it's like, you know, you feel like you got something out of it. And that's why I'm guessing what Ryse, Son of Rome is probably going to do with people who are going to watch Ryse, Son of Rome on the Xbox One. They're really going to get engaged with this TV series since it is going to be based on a true story. Now, I do want to say one thing about these ongoing shows that, you know, we know about these ongoing shows on HBO where they have special shows, so they hook you on to their network. And that's kind of the same model that Xbox One is going to have. I'm guessing the PlayStation 4 is going to have some shows probably. It's a good idea not to stretch shows out so long where they have weak chapters in the storyline. I know people who have said that there are some weak episodes in The Walking Dead. I know many other shows. And shows which are really, really great, they kind of hit this area in their shows where you know, they start to get a little boring and then they start to pick up again. And one of the reasons because of that, here in America, and I can only speak for America, we have a tendency of having a certain number of shows for a season. And that's been changing a little bit, but usually for a network show, they would have, like, I believe 22 episodes, right? And the network would order 22 episodes, and then the writers would say, okay, we have to spread this out through 22 episodes. Sometimes they don't have enough material to tell great stories. And a lot of times when, you know, just to give you an example, I can't remember the show. It was kind of like the X-Files. It was on Fox with a girl that was an FBI agent and the dad that was a little crazy and so on. They would have this main story, and then they would have the monster of the week. Like, they would have to solve some mystery, and then they would go back to the main story. I know Ryse isn't going to do that. It is based on a true story. It's not going to be like a science fiction thing or something like that. But if they have to add in some bogus drama, you know, like somebody got mad at somebody for whatever reason, and it goes off the path of the main story, that's not even important, that can ruin the series of Ryse. And it can ruin any series on any network. And that's one of the things that I don't like to see, is when they try to drag TV series too long. And here in America, they kind of have a tendency to keep a show going and going and going until the audience gets sick of it. And a lot of times they'll just say, okay, we're going to cancel it. Or, well, maybe we'll give it a crappy ending. You know, well, it kind of has an audience right now. What Microsoft needs to do with Ryse, Son of Rome, they have to know where they want to start the series, you know, and end the series, and make sure it is a great series. Because once the series is done, that should be a series that you want to say, okay, I want to buy that on Blu-ray, or I want to buy all the digital downloads, right? I don't know what they're going to do with Ryse, Son of Rome on the Xbox One. Maybe you're going to be able to watch it for free for like the first week, and then they're going to take it off, and then if you want to watch those episodes later, you'll have to buy them. I don't know. But Microsoft, please don't screw up this series. I've seen a lot of TV series get screwed up. Let me just tell you about England for a second. Over in England, a lot of times they'll have a series like Being Human, which I actually watched the first 2 seasons of the British version. I never watched the American version. Not that I have something against the American version, it's just like I've already watched this, so I don't want to rewatch it again. It's kind of like when I read the Walking Dead comics. I didn't really want to watch the TV series because I already knew so much of the story. But over there in the UK, they really buckled down on making 6 great episodes of a lot of their TV series. Sometimes they're just 6 episodes for the season. And then next year they do another 6 episodes. So they always have very strong content. So it's not like over here in America where they just order 22 episodes. And sometimes some of the episodes suck. That's what they need to do with Ryse. If they only have 6 good episodes for a season, then make the best 6 episodes that you can produce. And don't go with the 22 episodes where you just try and drag it out and fill up space and so on. Remember, quality is content. Quality, people want quality over, quantity. Just remember that. I can't stress that enough. And I'm hoping they do this with other series. They bring Halo. Just work on making great episodes. Let's just say Halo, right? They say, okay, you know what? We don't have enough content to make a TV series, but we can make a great 2-hour movie. That would be like maybe like a TV made movie or something like that, where it would just be like 2 hours or 2.5 hours. We can do that. We got enough material, and we feel that's what we could do, and that would be best. It's just what they can do best with the material. So once again, guys, this has been mp4podcast.com. Let me know what you guys think of Microsoft doing Ryse, the TV series, especially from people who have actually played the game. Like I said, I haven't played the game, so I'm a little bit lost on the characters and so on. How do you feel about the series just being exclusive on the Xbox One? Do you feel that once an episode is on the Xbox One, do you feel that maybe a couple of months later they should drop it on Netflix so people on Netflix can watch it, and if they like Ryse, Son of Rome, maybe it would entice them to buying it in an Xbox One? Who knows? Maybe that would do it. I do know that Netflix is on the board of Microsoft or something like that, because Netflix does use Silverlight for their streaming their content to multimedia players. So once again, guys, this has been mp4podcast.com signing out, and you guys have a good one and stay safe. Love you guys. Bye.